to manage customer managed keys with resources. So, and I guess the case is I'm creating a bunch of resources that need to be encrypted, right? So the one thought is you can create one key and, use that to encrypt all your stuff as, passing that key in as an input, or you can have the resource or the module specifically create its own key and use that for encryption. I was just wondering if there's any best practices or just another school of thought on how to manage your customer managed keys.
I would say it depends on what you're encrypting and the level of precision that you need to grant people the ability to decrypt what you're encrypting. So if it's a line of segmentation where you have distinct groups that can read the two things that you're encrypting with the same key, then you want to probably use two different keys. But if it's the same group or audience that you're encrypting something for, it's perfectly fine to reuse the same key for multiple purposes, out there to do that. That would be kind of my way of looking at it, and, clearly you don't want to cross production and non-production boundaries and, that kind of thing with keys. But within any of those things, if you have, group A of people who can see some part of what you're encrypting and group B who can only see a different part of it, then you should definitely use two different keys. But if group A and B can both see everything that you're encrypting, then just use a single key.
Yeah, that's a good point. We are at least making the distinction between, say, like production and non-production keys. And typically within those environments, if you have access to that environment, you can pretty much see everything. So we could have one key that says, okay, this is the non-prod key, go for it. And that would make management of the keys a little bit easier. So yeah, that's a good point.
But then if you want to segment, you're going to have to re-encrypt everything. If you want to, if all your resources are using the same keys, it doesn't seem like a good idea to me, but.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing right now, because we've been using the default keys. And I mean, following security best practices, now we have to own our keys and rotate them accordingly. So all of our resources that are encrypted using the default keys, we're basically recreating them. So before we go down that road, we want to figure out the best way to manage all these keys that we're going to have to create.